So if you're diagnosing insomnia, you're looking at somebody who either can't get to sleep. So that's one type where they can't get to sleep. It's not the most common. It's one of the most common, but it's not the most common. And then they get to sleep and maybe they then can't maintain the sleep, or they can get to sleep absolutely fine, but in the middle of the night, they suddenly wake up and there's no getting back to sleep. Or they can get to sleep fine, they can stay asleep fine, but they're getting up ridiculously early in the morning and they can't get back to sleep. Or everything seems all right, but the quality seems so poor, sleep is never deep. And so they're waking up in the morning feeling like they haven't really had any sleep, or it's all over the place. And it doesn't matter why you get it. So this is the interesting thing, is that yes, the most common trigger of insomnia tends to be stress, anxiety, and life stresses, things like that. But actually it can be caused by anything. So it could be caused by medication you were put on, a new illness, some kind of stressful life event that you've been through, a deficiency, menopause, pregnancy, children. Everything can cause a sleep problem. And sleep problems are actually normal for a few weeks. But when you start noticing that sleep problem has lasted longer than 3 months, and it's something that you get more than 3 times a week, it might not happen all the time. In fact, most people with a sleep problem wouldn't say that every single night is exactly the same. And sometimes they get it really seasonally. So it's not like this or down here all the time. It's all over the place. And therefore they sometimes say, oh, well, I get a sleep problem sometimes and then not other times. But the reality is, after 3 months of having a sleep problem, it's become habitual. Therefore, there is no point looking at the original trigger anymore. There is no point trying to fix it, because it's not going to fix the habit that this problem has become. And that's when behavioral work that I do can be very successful. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of the doctors will go wrong with this, because they will try to help you with the original trigger. And then they might notice that even if you get rid of that original trigger, your sleep problem's still there. So sleep problems can be anything really. If you're having them longer than 3 months, that's when we would describe it as a diagnostic classification sleep disorder. And most of the time we're seeing insomnia.